This is Phillip Carroll we're watching, and we got him here. How you doing, Phillip Carroll?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming, man.
No
What are we watching here? What is this?
So this was me playing at Groove Tuesday at Johnny's on 2nd in Salt Lake, and I've played there a few times. So as we talked about before, my project that I'm doing right now is a EDM music project where I play EDM music, and you can hear the EDM music in the background.
Okay.
And then I play the drums along with it.
Okay, that's I guess I'm not familiar with what EDM is. Is EDM a band?
EDM is electronic dance music.
So it's electronic. Oh, okay. Oh, electronic dance music. Okay, so it's just the acronym for that. Mm-hmm. So welcome, by the way. Thank you so much for coming. Where you said you come from? Spanish Fork? Springville, sorry. One of the S's.
Yes.
Something starts with the same letter. You can forget it. I mean, me and my wife got married in March, and now I consistently wonder if May 3rd is our anniversary. Because I can't, if something starts with the same letter, I'm screwed. But, so, what song is that you were playing there? Do you write the dance music yourself?
No, so these are songs that I find that I like. The song that I'm playing, I think, was called Robots by Amoeba Assassin.
Okay, cool. So do you get, like, say Amoeba Assassin, do you get, like, their permission to do this and they just let you play the drums over it, or is it something you just sort of do?
It's something I just do, yeah.
Yeah, right on. So it's nothing you're, like, paying royalties to anyone for or anything?
No.
At this point? Right on. So when did this all start? Let's just start at the beginning. Like, obviously you're awesome at the drums. We're going to watch the other video you sent too. You actually sent 4, but we only had time to download 2 and get them on this USB. So we do got another one on here, but that we'll play and show. So how did this all start? Like, how long have you been playing drums? What bands have you played in? I mean, just give us your little background, man.
So I started playing when I was about maybe 12.
Okay.
So I come from a family of drummers. It's my dad that actually taught me and my younger brothers how to play, and so my dad plays drums. Also, my uncle Nathan plays drums, and then my cousin Curtis plays drums.
So it's not even just musicians; it's drummers specifically.
Yes.
That's cool.
So yeah, and so I just been playing rock and heavy metal and stuff like that up until recently. I didn't really think about playing EDM. I had an idea to play something like this when I was younger, but I never really put any serious thought into it. And then about a couple of years ago, I decided to give it a try, and everyone thinks it's been pretty cool.
Yeah,
so I've just been doing
cool.
it ever since.
I remember when I first talked to you quite a few months back, you sent me a video, and I remember being excited. I remember saying, whoa, solo drummer. So yeah, I've been looking forward to having you on for a while. This is a cool little gig you do. So what is, what's the idea behind, you said this is a project you're working on now, so what were you doing before this? Or is this something you're just sort of just picking up and doing right just recently? This is the first thing you're doing?
No, I've played in bands before, but nothing ever too serious. Mostly just been playing in bands where they don't last very long, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So I've obviously before I've tried to form bands and stuff like that. The last band I was in was a band called Sister Sky, and we played out a few times.
What kind of music were they like? What kind of bands were you in?
That first band was more like indie rock, or that Sister Sky band.
Right.
And then some of the other bands I've been in have just been rock bands. And
you do any metal or anything like that, or you sort of stick to like an alternative sound? Or?
I've tried to form metal bands and stuff, but we've never gotten to the point where we played out.
Yeah.
So.
Right on. So you've tried to do stuff with bands quite a bit. It just turns out that you like doing stuff on your own more, or that it's just really not working out with, or not with you in particular, but just the band doesn't end up working out.
Just the band.
Yeah.
Well, musicians are a flaky bunch.
Yes, they are.
My brother, yeah, me and my brother Thomas was talking once. He told me that, and I realized that too when he said it.
So yes, they are. So that's exactly how I am actually. I have a hard time being in bands because I am one of the flakes too. I'll admit it, but it's just I don't know, working on your own. It's cool because I've never seen a drummer go out and do something on his own before, so it's cool. It's interesting to know. I'm excited to hear exactly how this went down. So when was the first time you decided you were going to go out and be a solo drummer and do this thing?
A friend of mine that owns Rolf's Vape Shop in Provo, he was putting on a block party kind of a thing, and this was about 2 years ago. I think it was about 2 years ago in May, and so I guess they were looking for musical acts to come and play, and most of them were DJs, and so I mentioned that I do kind of a EDM thing with the drums, and so I went and I did it, and I got a lot of positive feedback, so I just decided to keep doing it. I figured people would either like it or they wouldn't, or it would just be one of those things where people wouldn't get it or something. But
yeah.
Ever since, I mean, they said they've liked it, so I just keep doing it. Yeah, and I'll just keep doing it and see where it goes.
So what are your plan? Like that you played this show, you said, which was where?
Johnny's on Second.
Johnny's on Second. So how many shows have you played? Like, and do you have any coming up? Like, what's your future looking like with this?
So I've played maybe 7 or 8. I played mostly at Johnny's on Second, and then I've played twice at the Tipsy Cow in Spanish Fork. A friend of mine owns that place too.
All right.
And so hopefully I might be playing at Electric Powwow this year with another DJ, and I might be playing at Incandescence, which are both, I think they're in June and July.
Okay.
So, and then I might be playing at the Tipsy Cow again at the end of next month. So right now, I don't have any shows coming up. I'm always looking to play new shows though, and I'm always contacting venues and stuff like that to play.
So you're actively looking to play shows.
Yeah, I'm always actively looking to play.
Now, what's your plan? Like, I guess I shouldn't say what your plans, but do you have any plans on like writing your own dance music and like doing your own thing that way? So it's like all original stuff.
I've thought about that. I don't really know how to really write. You
should get with someone that does. That could blow up, man. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool gig. Having a DJ with a live drummer, that would be sick, man.
I have been talking to a few DJs about doing it, and I have another friend of mine that he knows how to write EDM music and stuff. He's just always so busy, and so we don't usually get a chance to sit down and really write music. We've done that before, but we've never really finished a song. So, but I would love to do that if he was up for it. He's just always so busy.
Right on. So you definitely are looking to do that. You've been talking to your friend and that's cool. So
so maybe I don't know. I'm open to anything. Just depends on what comes my way, I guess.
Right on.
So like when you say, "What's your plan?" I don't really have a plan.
You don't really have a plan.
I'm just going with it. Yeah.
Doing it. Yeah. That's cool. So I guess if we can talk about this for a minute. I don't know how you are, like how interested you are in starting something with someone, but I am actively searching for a drummer. I do acoustic music. Okay. And if you're at all interested in hearing any of it, I'll send you some or whatever. But okay. Like I don't know, dude. I'm pretty amazed at these videos I've watched. We'll turn another one on right here, right now, and talk about it a little bit. Now, you say that these are other songs by other artists, so we'll talk about a little bit just your process in writing the drums over it. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. We need to play this one. So this one is what song is this one? We're gonna turn it up just a little bit.
So this is a song called Adventure Time, and I think it's by Rogue. So a lot of these songs, this is the only song that I have of these artists. So what's your process in doing this? You just sort of do you freestyle it when you get there, or do you have it already basically written out? I have most of it basically written out. But of course, I don't play every single song the same.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
So there's a lot of room for innovation too, and to add in little things and stuff like that.
Right on. We're gonna watch this. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I mean, and just say whatever you want during it, but we're gonna We're gonna let people see this. This is cool. And the camera goes around a little bit. Looks like there was quite a crowd there that night too.
Yeah,
How long ago was this?
This one was about, I want to say about a year ago.
Right on.
So.
So you're not playing over existing drums. These are actually parts you've written yourself.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're actually using electric drums or something when they record the song. So it's just the song itself playing and it has the drums in it.
But you're not playing the same drums over the drums. You're playing your own drum part.
Yes and no.
Okay.
So if there's a pretty basic beat to most EDM music.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I'll play that, but I'll also add my own things into it as well.
So kind of right here, you got the whole
yeah.
going, but you'll do in your own fills and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So a lot of times when I get a song, I'll listen to it a lot and then I'll practice it a lot to kind of get a feel for it and to add what I want to add into it, stuff like that. So it is a whole process actually. Now that the more that you think about it. So it's not just like, oh, okay, I'll play this song tomorrow night, and then I just put the song on. So I practice these songs a lot.
Good. That's cool. That's cool. How many songs would you say, if you had to guess, how many do you have?
Probably about 30.
Oh, right on. So you do quite a bit.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll plan on playing certain songs, but sometimes I won't have enough time to play all the songs, so I'll switch to a different song just at the very end of the set. Or
yeah, some of these dance songs can go a really, really long time.
And then sometimes I'll throw in a song that I wasn't intending to play, but for some reason it'll feel like, oh, that's a cool song, I'll play that one. So when I played at the Tipsy Cow last weekend, I played EDM, and then I had about 10 minutes left until the next CD was coming on, so I guess a few people in the audience wanted me to play Metallica, so I played a couple of Metallica
Oh, that's
songs.
cool. So you take requests and do covers that way, huh?
Sometimes. It depends on who. One of the people that requested that was my mom.
Oh. Gotta do it for your mom.
My mom loves Metallica.
That's rad.
But she also requested More Than a Feeling by Boston, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that one I can't do. Sorry, Mom.
So
this is cool. I like this. So who's that guy standing next to you?
that is Cisco Flores, who is the guy has put on Groove Tuesday for the past, I don't know how long.
Oh, so he doesn't do anything with you. He's working there.
He's the guy that I talked to. He's the guy that gave me the chance to do this.
Right on. Good stuff, man.
He's awesome, though.
Good stuff.
I can't say enough good things about Cisco. He's awesome. He's the one that I don't know if it was his original idea, but he's there every Tuesday, and he's the guy that runs it. And he's always helped me out with that.
Right on.
That's why I played so many times at Johnny's on Second, because he always invites me back. And
you have any future dates at Johnny's on Second right now that you know about?
I think probably in June.
Nothing,
June or July. Nothing set.
Yeah. Well, keep us posted, man, so we can. I'd actually like to come see you as well. Johnny's on Second's out in downtown Salt Lake, right?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's
Isn't it out by where
trying to think.
Portical used to be?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I do know it's down the street from the Salt Palace, though. So.
Okay, yeah, it's down in that same area then. Okay, cool. Yeah.
The address is 165 East, 200 South.
Oh, there you go. That's even better. You know the address.
Well, right if you didn't know the address, you can always Google it too.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's if you know the name of something, it's easy to find.
Yeah.
So, you've been playing. You started playing. You said when you were 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You come from a family of drummers. You've been in a handful of bands. Nothing that's really lasted.
Yeah.
Are you looking to start a band? I mean, is that something you're still looking at and still open to do? I know I just threw an offer out there, but I mean, just in general with anybody, like, is that something you're actively looking to do?
Maybe. It depends. I mean, I'm really liking this too right now.
It's just working out for you?
Yeah. I like doing it by myself because, Well, then I don't have to find musicians and go through musicians who are flaky, and I've had to do that a lot. You know, like one person will leave, and then it's like, okay, now we got to look for a new bassist or guitar player.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
Being in a band's a stressful situation, especially at our age.
Yeah.
It's like families and jobs and stuff. Like, do you have a family going on right now? Or are you a single guy?
I'm single.
Good. That's cool.
So
it's still just freedom out to do your own thing right now, huh?
It is. And I know how tough it is to be in a band because both of my younger brothers are in bands too.
So you come from a pretty musical family, like.
Yeah.
So you say all these people play drums, but do you have other members of your family that are like musically inclined with other instruments?
Well, my brothers Thomas and Russell, they both play guitar and bass too.
Right.
But like I said, they have their own bands. My brother's Thomas is actually on tour right now with his band. They're called Sago.
Sago, and they're on tour. Are they on tour with? Who are they on tour with? Anyone like big, or are they just out on their own doing?
They're out on their own right now.
On. That's cool. Where are they going?
All over the country right now.
Oh, really? They're doing like a countrywide.
So they've been
good for them.
Yeah. So they've been out. He's been out in LA for the last 10 years, and he lives out there with his band, and they've been.
Oh, so they don't live here.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say when they get back, send them on my show, but.
Well, yeah.
But he won't be here.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be here. Toward the end of May, and they're just playing in Salt Lake for a night.
Right on.
So.
Well, I mean, if you happen to talk to him and if he wants to stop by and get a little Salt Lake publicity, tell him to send him my way.
Okay. I will.
But yeah, let's talk about your background a little bit. Did you grow up in Utah? Are you born and raised here?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like in the same area? Like where were you born?
Payson.
Payson. Okay.
I was
so
born
you're
in Payson Hospital, and then I grew up in Spanish Fork till I was 4, and then moved to Mapleton until I was about 7 or 8, and then moved to Springville and been there ever since.
Right
so
on.
I'm from the Springville Mapleton area mostly.
Okay.
That's
Right
where
on.
a lot of my family is in Mapleton, my extended family.
How's the music scene out there? You have to basically come out to Salt Lake to do anything, right?
Yeah, or Provo.
Or
There's
Provo,
a pretty good
yeah.
music. There's a pretty good music scene from Provo on because there's a lot more people.
I've never been out other than passing through. I've never been out to the Mapleton area, so I'm not really sure. It seems like it's kind of an empty spot out
Mapleton's it's a small town.
Yeah.
There's not very much. I think there's only 2 stoplights in town.
at the Yeah, one of those really really small towns. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
And that's where you grew up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a brutal feat when you live out in a tiny town with 2 stoplights and you're trying to be a musician, huh?
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up, there wasn't a stoplight in town.
I mean, are there bars out there that you can play at, or do you always have to make your way out this way?
The only 2 bars that I know of that are down there are the Tipsy Cow in Spanish Fork, and then there's one in Payson. I can't remember the name of it.
But the one in Spanish Fork is like as close as it gets.
Yeah. That's why I always am up in Salt Lake playing because that's where you go.
Yeah, exactly. It's better that way anyway. But
well, there's a few venues down in Provo too. There's like Velour, obviously. There's so many bands that have come out of the Velour scene. Like Neon Trees and Fictionist. The lead singer for Fictionist actually just lives down the street from me. So
you're just. Oh no, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
My brother's band's another one of those bands that came out of the Velour scene too. So I mean, whenever they're in town, they always try to come by into Velour, and they always sell the place out.
So you're talking about your brother that was in
my brother's band Sago. Yeah.
Sago that's on tour right now.
Yeah.
So are any of the other anyone else in your family doing anything big like that?
Well, my brother Russell, he just got back from New York. He's in a band called Cause of Doom. And that's spelled Kasadoom. And
he's out here in Utah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So.
I want to check out. Cause of Doom. Is it a metal band? Sounds metal.
No, it's more of an indie kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
I know they got. I know that they got the name from Lord of the Rings.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
So and then they just spell it differently, but the pronunciation.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know who came up with the name. I guess it was one of the other members.
Right
so.
On. I like to hear about local bands and check them out. That's sort of my thing. So
yeah.
I mean, I hope something comes through with your buddy that you can get some original stuff out, because that would be. I mean, this is obviously cool as hell too. But I mean, it would be cool if you could like do an album or like start releasing singles. Because you have a producer that can write you some beats and stuff. I think you should start looking for that.
Yeah, I would definitely love to play one of the big EDM music festivals or something like that. Like I would love to play Das Energy or something like that. That would be really cool.
And is that something you've looked into, or just sort of thought about?
Yeah. I'm still working on getting a press kit together and then sending it out to people
Now,
at different venues, all that kind of stuff.
when you're doing something, I'm not 100% sure with dance music. When you're doing something with EDM, with EDM music that's by another artist, can you perform it in festivals and stuff like that, or do you have to at that point get royalty type stuff taken care of?
I'm not really sure. I think that's different with EDM music because, if you've ever seen a DJ or been to a rave or something like that, they always have DJs and they'll be using samples from other
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. They're already sampling a lot of other music anyway.
Yeah, so I don't know how that.
Yeah. You'd have to get permission from a lot of different people.
Oh yeah.
for little teeny pieces of their music. But that's why I was asking. That's curious. I'd like to see that happen for you.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't think it's a problem if you're using other people's music that way, like bits and pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think with dance music it might be different that way. I would guess because you're not using the full songs, you're using samples. Mm-hmm. And the people who made the songs are using those samples, so they don't own it anyway.
Yeah, it could be.
But I mean, they did arrange it that way, so I don't know. That's curious. That's something you might want to look into. But I mean, obviously, you're going to have to look into it if you're going to be performing it in festivals and stuff like that. But,
I don't unless they don't really care. I'm not sure.
I
think it's just like fair use. I think it falls under fair use.
I could see that.
So
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, which is perfect because then, I mean, you have nothing to worry about. You can go as high as you want with this thing, and.
Well, yeah, and I mean, if I have to start paying royalties or whatever, then.
Well, yeah, at some point, but I think it would be cool to find. Now that kid next to you, I mean, what did you say his name was again? I'm sorry.
Cisco Flores.
Now he works at Johnny's on Second as their DJ.
I don't think he works there. He
just does.
Because I know he has a different job than that, but he's there on Tuesdays, and then he. So yeah, he's like the guy that runs Groove Tuesdays. Okay, and they always have DJs down there.
All right, so he doesn't work at Johnny's. He's just he's the music guy on Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. Right on. So do you know much about? Is he a producer? Like, is he someone you could work with? I don't know. I don't mean to be like. I just think you need to find someone to work with, man. You're amazing, and you need to. Well, I know you need to spread your wings a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I know he's got his own stuff too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe ask him what he's got, and maybe I'll have to see what kind of music he has, and if I can work with it or not.
Yeah, because I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool to see you start doing some original stuff. Not that, again, I'm not trying to take away from what you're doing because it's absolutely fabulous. I think it's great. I loved watching. I really wish we could have got the other two videos on here because, But where can you find these videos, by the way, if people wanted to go watch them? I mean, you sent them to me. Are they just on YouTube?
No, you could. If you want to see them, you can just message me on Facebook.
Oh, okay. You don't have like a music page or anything?
Not yet.
Okay. And do you just go by Phillip Carroll when you perform? You don't have like a band name or anything?
I don't have an artist name or anything like that. I mean, I'm still working on all that kind of stuff.
Right on. So so watch for Phillip Carroll. He says you have some shows in the works, but no set dates. But it sounds like you have quite a few shows in the works. So hopefully this summer you might be dropping quite a few shows. Hopefully, huh?
And yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, you can always just write me on Facebook or send me a friend request or anything like that.
Right on. I can
always keep you up to date because I'm always, whenever I have a show, I always post it on my page and try to tell everybody to come. So.
Right on. So what? I had a question for you. My brain farted. What are your plans as far as like do you want to record anything? Are you looking to like get in the recording studio at all? I guess you would kind of need your own production at that point, huh? Like your own music, like your own EDM like music that you have permission to use because you wouldn't be able to re-record it, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Because that would be cool. You need to expand this a little bit. I mean, I don't know a lot about EDM music, and I don't know. I mean, I had to ask you what it was. I don't know how the royalties and stuff work on that, but I hope that you can get with someone that doesn't have a wall against you with royalty reasons, and like that you can get in a recording studio and start releasing recordings because you're good, man. You're good.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff.
Appreciate that.
Like it's fun to watch you play, and I definitely am gonna try to come out to one of your shows. So keep me posted on that.
I will.
And if you do get anything recorded, send it my way.
Okay.
And if you have any big deal coming up. If you get on one of those festivals, come back on the show and let us know about it so we can get people there. Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, dude. Well, we are at 30 minutes exactly, so that was spot on, brother. Let's.
Before we go.
Yeah. Say anything you need to.
I was gonna say before we go. Like I said, you can check out my brother's band. Their name is Sego.
Yeah.
Also,
how do you spell Sego? Is it S-E-G-O?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Another thing I was going to mention too is that my uncle Nathan, he's actually in a Led Zeppelin tribute band called No Quarter, and I think
I've heard of them.
Yes, he plays the drums in that band too, and he actually just got back from Australia.
That's cool. Led Zeppelin tribute band. Yeah, I think
they were in Australia last year up until I think just before Thanksgiving or Christmas, and then he was on tour in the Southwest in March as well. So I know that they're getting ready to go out on tour again.
And how can you find their band? What's it called again?
No Quarter.
No Quarter. So and they're just on Facebook under No Quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, check them out for sure because are they? I mean, obviously they're good, but are they like?
They're coming to the Metro in Salt Lake. I can't.
There we go.
I can't remember the date, but it's coming up pretty soon.
What you should, because we have a website that we like to post local shows coming on there. So send me if you can get a flyer of that. Just message it to me.
Okay.
And we'll put it up on our website, and we'll even put a little buy tickets button on it and everything for you.
Okay. Yeah. I can get you the date and all that stuff. You can also look them up on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Find both those guys too. So Sego and I forgot again, man. Sorry.
No Quarter.
No Quarter. I kept wanting to just say quarter, but I knew there was another word.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, dude, thanks so much for coming, Phillip. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking pretty much ever since I started this thing. I think we've been talking for quite a few months. Mm-hmm. So it's good to finally get you on here. Let's get you back.
All right.
Spread your wings a little bit, man. Try to get someone to work with and get some of your own original stuff out because what you're doing is awesome, and it would be even cooler if you were writing original stuff, being able to record and release some stuff. So.
Yep. Well,
let's see some of that.
Well, like I said, I would love to with my friend that is also writing EDM music. His name's Thomas Sakato. He's a cool guy.
Right on.
He's just busy a lot because he's working.
Oh yeah, we all are, man. Well,
and
I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't lie, but most people are.
Yeah. So if me and him could actually get together more often, if he wasn't so busy, I would love to do that. But I understand that he's got things he's got to do and stuff. So. Would
it annoy you? I am friends with a lot of producers. Would it annoy you if like someone who was looking for something like this, if I like tagged you and sent people your way and stuff like that?
No,
because I don't want to bug you with that, but I definitely would like to see you starting to like record and being able to like do your own stuff because I mean,
yeah,
you're amazing, bro. Good drummer. Good stuff.
Thank you.
And we'll try to get the other two videos played on our show at some point too on one of my music episodes. We'll play the other two videos too because they're awesome. So
okay, sounds good, man.
Right on, man. Thank you so much for coming out here to do this silly little thing with me.
Well, thanks for having me, man.
It was good to meet you. It was good to have you. And again, he says that you can go find him on Facebook, Phillip Carroll. Go check him out. Watch for these shows that are coming up. We don't have any dates right now, but you heard him. He's out there. Making some headway for some shows and stuff. So yeah. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch and keep me posted on any releases and everything, okay?
I will.
Right on, brother. See you. The Kip and Company Entertainment Talk Show.